On a map, it looks like a slice of paradise, a tiny green island floating in the Bay of Bengal, surrounded by some of the clearest water you've ever seen. It's the kind of place you'd see on a postcard, a perfect tropical getaway. But this postcard has a deadly secret. If you were to actually step foot on this sand, your dream vacation would end in seconds. There would be no warning, no police to call, no trial, just an arrow straight to the chest. This is North Sentinel Island, and it's arguably the most dangerous and most forbidden place on planet Earth. The Indian government has declared it illegal for anyone to go within 3 miles of its shores. Why? Because the people who live here will kill anyone who tries to land. They are the Sentinelese, and they are the last truly uncontacted tribe on the planet. They have lived in complete isolation for an estimated 60,000 years, rejecting all contact with the outside world. And they enforce this isolation with deadly force. The most recent and famous case was in 2018. An American missionary named John Allen Shaw became obsessed with the idea of bringing Christianity to the Sentinelese. He believed it was his life's calling. He paid local fishermen a hefty sum to illegally smuggle him near the island under the cover of darkness. He knew the risks. He even wrote in his journal, "You guys might think I am crazy in all this, but I think it's worthwhile to declare Jesus to these people." He paddled his kayak toward the shore, holding a Bible and calling out greetings. The fishermen who brought him watched from a safe distance. They saw him trying to offer gifts, like a small football and some fish. But the islanders were not interested. They shot arrows at him. One even struck his Bible. He retreated, but tried again the next day. On his final attempt, the fishermen saw the tribesmen attack him on the beach. They watched in horror as the Sentinelese tied a rope around his neck and dragged his lifeless body into the dense jungle. Indian authorities were alerted, but they were powerless. They sent a police boat and a helicopter to survey the island from a distance, but attempting to retrieve Chow's body was deemed far too dangerous. It would risk the lives of the officers and could provoke a violent conflict with the tribe. His body was never recovered. It remains somewhere on that forbidden island, a grim testament to the Sentinelese people's fierce desire to be left alone. And this isn't a one-off incident. History is filled with similar stories. Back in 1981, a massive cargo ship called the Primrose ran aground on the coral reefs surrounding the island during a storm. The crew thought they were just stranded. But after a few days, they saw small figures emerging on the beach. The Sentinelese began building makeshift boats and preparing their bows and arrows. The terrified crew sent out a frantic radio call for help, shouting, "Wild men are attacking us. They are trying to board our ship." For a week, the crew had to defend themselves, using flare guns and throwing whatever they could find to keep the islanders at bay. Eventually, a helicopter was dispatched to airlift them to safety, one by one, leaving the massive ship behind to rust on the reef, a permanent, eerie monument just off the coast. So, the Indian government's ban is partly to protect outsiders from the islanders' hostility. But there's a much more important reason for the strict quarantine. It's not just about protecting you, it's about protecting them. Having lived in total isolation for 60 millennia, the Sentinelese have no immunity to the common diseases that we carry. A simple flu, the common cold, measles illnesses that are a minor inconvenience for us could be a civilization-ending plague for them. A single handshake, a sneeze in their direction, could wipe out their entire population within weeks. Their isolation is their greatest defense, but also their greatest vulnerability. This is why they are left completely alone. They are a time capsule of humanity. They don't know what a country is or what money is for. They've never seen an iPhone or heard of the internet. They have no knowledge of world wars, climate change, or the stock market. When you look at a satellite map of the world at night, you see a glittering web of city lights. But in the middle of the Bay of Bengal, there's a single spot of pure, uninterrupted darkness. That's North Sentinel Island. They are the only humans left who are completely outside our globalized world. And when you think about the state of our world, with all its problems and complexities, you have to wonder, maybe, just maybe, they're the lucky ones.